But we'll see what happens. Kurtzmark won't be taking out the 144.
You feel for those players waiting, though. They've got half a chance if Chris Dobey gets beat, haven't they?
Yeah.
If Chris Dobey's beat, the other players have got a bit to do. Chris Dobey left it late last year as well. He needed a win to leapfrog Callan Ridds at the time.
Yeah, that was in Gibraltar, wasn't it, in the final Euro Tour event of last year.
12.
Won by Damon Heta.
Yeah, won by Damon Heta in our final event of last year.
It was some final as well. Match starts miss from Peter Wright. It was a brilliant way to say farewell to Gibraltar. And Ryan Joyce, credit to him. It's just been a match full of setbacks for Ryan Joyce, but he's recovered really well. He trailed 3-0 a couple of breaks. It's scrappy, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a chance for Kurtzmark, at least to get down to a finish on the Joyce throw first.
Averaging more than Ryan. Well, I was going to say Ryan would be fairly comfortable about the situation, but not after that last treble going in. But there's no certainties with that 58 for Boris. And he's going to get a look at it. That treble seven's had a bit of a pasting in this game.
It has.
59. Boris, you require 58.
Well, who will blink first here? Kurtzmark looking at tops, and he's got 2 bites at it as well. That was a long way north. And that is much more like it. It is a 7th breaker throw. And
might see a treble 7 on this combination if it's a treble first.
Well, I just wonder, Kurtzmark, whether he would have gone for the bullseye there. He's a soft tip aficionado, clearly loves the centre of the ball. He might have gone for it, might have been tempted, even though Joyce is on 240 minus these.
100. Boris, you require 24.
Yeah, brilliant setup play for our first qualifier into round 2. Getting closer. He's taking a step back. I'm not sure he's happy with the lie. Oh, that's unlucky. Oh, look how close he is there. Chances are he'll be back. This would be a real body blow, though.
Well, 3 missed match darts at double 12 for Boris Kurtzmark, but he will return because 40. No significant punches have been landed there by Ryan Joyce. Ryan Joyce waiting in the wings on 100 just in case, but Kurtzmark with 3 more bites at double 12, and he only needs the 1. And Boris Kurtzmark, a player who is renowned for his ability, once he gets to the European Tour, to win his opening match, well, he's done so again.
Likeable guy, Ryan, so looking forward to seeing on the stage tomorrow.
Ooh, lovely.
140.
We're looking possibly at a 4th breaker throw. Well, I'll say that. There's an opportunity for a 4th breaker throw, but that has been seriously pressured with that setup shot. That is an excellent visit from Madars Razma. And it's a treble 17. Well, what a shot this would be. Lupin misses the ball. And are we about to see our first holder throw and our first little cushion in this match?
Well, Razma missed the ball in the last leg. Lukman missed 3 darts at double in the subsequent visit, and Razma nicked it. Madars Razma does not return the favour. It's the first holder throw in this game.
Guarantee to the Grand Slam if you win one now. Pro Tours are not a guarantee. Some will get in off that.
Oh, how about this? Madars Razma bullseye for a 164, and he misses the ball again 3 times. We've seen players have a go at it in this match. It's been missed every single time, but Lukman might need it at the end of this.
Big passage of play incoming. Oh, brilliant first dart. Double 14. Biggest dart of the match. And again, when he misses Lukman, he misses big. Razma has tidied up this 25 combination in the match already. It was 17 for double 4 on that occasion, and it's the same route here. He left it to the last dart. Well, he's going to need double 2 here. And he was a bit quick with those last 2 darts, I felt. Opportunity for Lukman.
Yeah, not something you often say with Madars Razma. Does play at all kinds of different speeds. As Razmataz. Now, can Lukman tidy this up? Big, fat 1. Not left, not right. Perfect. Double 8 for the lead. And he does lead in this match for the first time. Lukman was 3-1 down in this one. But
if you don't top it up in between, you're going to find yourself falling down the rankings. It's a big match for him later on.
Yeah, it really is. Is this one going all the way? 97. That makes it more likely. That last dart from Madars Razma leaves 70. kind of pressure is he going to be under?
It was a 10-40 in his exact position in the last leg from Razma.
60.
Give himself an opportunity which he didn't take.
70.
But he'd be pretty comfortable looking at this 70, even if it doesn't go on this visit. That's hanging in there. Just double checking, it is in there. It's not very solid. But this to send us all the way. Up to double four. In a mixed relationship with this double this match, but that sends us all the way. And yet he enjoyed that one, but he's got to find a breaker throw. There's been plenty of them. But it's Lukeman who has the darts. This could be key. Big leg incoming. 2 visits. Take a ton. Take 95. Single to a double. That's all you want from this. Ideally take it out, which he's not going to do.
But he has missed so many darts at double in this match, Martin Lukeman. How many does he need to win it? Only once has he managed to pin a dart at double first time of asking. And there have been a number of legs where it's taken him plenty of darts, and sometimes he hasn't even managed it. He will get 3 match darts minimum here. And Madis Razma's making a real mess of this, a horrible mess of this.
Martin, you require 24.
That will ease the pressure. This for a big victory for Martin Lukeman. And he pins the double 12, and there is relief. And for Madis Razma, disappointment in his place in the European Championship finals is yet to be confirmed.
Yeah, World Cup representative this year. Well, not for the first time either.
98.
Well, that's okay for Killington. 1 treble combo finish.
Yeah, just, well, 1 or 2 shades of the first leg here, where Killington is just about doing enough to keep weights at arm's length here. But yeah, 1-1-2. He will want to make a big impression with this one. Perfect first dart. Tops. And that is a 1-1-2 checkout. And that is nicely done by George Killington. 15 dart holder throw. Pressure though here from Killington. Significant pressure as well.
Now the way his darts go in the board, Scott Waits won't be that bothered about 20 for tops. He's not moving. He didn't need to. But he doesn't get double top or double 10. And George Killington, the 180 setup shot.
And again, shades of leg 4 when he had that 180 followed by the treble 18. This time it's single 25 for double 18. And this time George Killington finds a way through. There is the all-important first break of throw. Resembling a guide at all there, wasn't that? It just looked as though he was going to fluff his lines on that one, but he's not fluffing his lines here. Off to an absolute flyer. Killington once again. Sounding like a stuck record, 57 with his first 3 darts, and Waits has really punished him big time in this all-important 9th leg.
16.
I'm not sure he's ever been in a better position on a Euro Tour stage than when he was 4-2 up here on Scott Waits. But look at Scotty, too hot he go. It is back-to-back maximums, and Waits is on the 9-darter.
Killington just taking a moment here, just trying to set himself up once again. He just needs to recalibrate somehow. Already maybe resigned to losing this leg as well, and Waits, well, what a way to break through this would be, Dan.
Luke Humphries hit a 9-darter in the final in Hungary. Last time out, Scott Waits is on it. He gets the treble double 12. Scott Waits hits the 9 on the European Tour, and a crucial time to do it as well. This game has turned, and Waits, with perfection, has turned it by sheer force of will. A 9-darter after being on a 10-darter earlier in the game, and Scott Waits needs 1 more leg for a spot in round 2. Killington does not know what has hit him.
Always said this tournament delivers, and my goodness me, it is delivered in style on day 1 of the German Darts Championship in Hildesheim. Scott Waits with a moment of magic, and, well, Killington looks absolutely sick as a dog on stage right now as Waits celebrates with gusto. Well, we've been blessed with 9 darters lately on the European Tour. Killington needs this 161, which ain't going to happen, and waits. The 9-dart hero of day one in Hildesheim, about to move into position to throw for the match and a passage into round 2. Double 8 for Scott Waits, inside for double 4.
72.
2 match darts missed by Scott Waits, and if George Killington clears this 96, he would have the darts and a last leg decider. Great dart, double 18. Killington hits back with a 14 darter.
165 away, only a single one as well.
81.
Well, that final dart could make the difference.
Imagine. Well, you're going to have to, because it's not going to go. And will Killington get another chance? Because Scott Waits, who's already spurned 2 match darts, should get at least 1 more now.
Yeah, 2 key misses at the bullseye there for George Killington in his approach play, and it allows Scott Waits here for 84. 2 bites at double 12 to get the ultimate reward. 9 darters, all well and good, but a passage into round 2 would be very significant for Scott Waits here. Double 6, a long way inside, and Dan Dawson alongside me is open-mouthed in astonishment at that one.
I am. Can Killington nick it for his first ever win on the Euro Tour? George Killington wins on the Euro Tour stage. It has taken him 6 attempts to get that win, and ironically, it's come when Scott Waits hit a perfect leg of darts and then missed 4 for the match in the 2 subsequent legs. It had drama, it had excitement, it had perfection, and it had a win for George Killington, something we have never seen before. And look at that reaction. Killers through to round 2, where he'll face Dirk van Dijvenbode.
Here though from Lennon, a little, well, more than a tap on the shoulder as well. 88, double 14.
This from absolutely nowhere. What a leg. The wrong side. These are no guarantees for Lennon. If he goes the 25 route, there's always the risk of hitting any segment or the ball. It may just be 1 dart. He's gone treble 15, so it's going to be just 1 dart. And it's a double 18.
25.
Miss again from Lennon.
Marcus, you require 20.
Well, I was going to say, Kirschman looks like a player who needs at least 5 darts at a double, but I think you could say very much the same for Lennon as well at times today. Kirschman looking at double 14 once more. That's a lot closer. That's nudged the wire. And that one, well, he used that first dart as the perfect guide in the end, nestling it right alongside. And Kirschman with the break of throw.
Means he's going to be there, Steve Lennon, and he missed it last year. And he had a decent run a couple of years ago. I remember him taking the scalp of Christoph Ratajski. So there's a bit of money to defend before he's in profit. That's why the tour card's under threat.
Yeah, he's 60th at the moment as well in that order of merit, and yeah, this will be, well, he'll see this, okay, tough assignment tomorrow if he does win, but this is a potentially priceless 1,000 or 2,500 pounds as it will be.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, brilliant. The last 2 legs been really clinical. He's winning legs, 13, 17 and 14. Steady from Steve Lennon.
Player in the sense he was one of those contenders, wasn't he? So he was obviously billed as maybe one to keep an eye on when they had that format where they invited players to join the Premier League on a one-off. He took part in Dublin.
Peter Wright, and he did really well.
Yeah, he did really well. I mean, that's where Luke Humphries made an impression as well, one of the impressions that he made. He's made plenty of others as well, but I mean, that was certainly one of the opportunities that Luke Humphries took, and you know, he's got World Cup experience as well, an abundance of that.
But yeah, been a Grand Slam a few times as well. He's competed at sort of every tournament, Steve Lennon. And when you've had that taste, you want to remain in those fields, and he hasn't been for the last 12 to 18 months, and again missed opportunities. He's had so many chances to sort of control this match, Steve Lennon.
Yeah, I mean, he was 3-1 down. That was to go 4-3 up. Kirschman's making heavy weather of these doubles again. That was a long way inside on the double 16. And yeah, Lennon knows that this is where he needs to really tighten up.
It's not nice going up to double 5 and be missing doubles, but he makes it look easy. He deserves to lead, Steve Lennon. Then it's, you start to panic, but Lennon, as I said, an experienced player, and still a bit of work to do here.
Yeah, a little bit of a scratchy visit, that one. Kurtzman looking at 94, so a chance here. Single 19. Well, that leaves 69.
Yeah, he had to go 25 ball.
82.
Does leave himself double six, but this is for the match.
Steve, you require 64.
And a 5th consecutive leg. It's only going to be one dart for Steve Lennon. And it's all he needs. Good performance from Steve Lennon. There was a little mid-match wobble when Marcus Kurtzman went 3-1 up, but he's had a successful 24 hours. He came for the qualifiers, Marcus. Couldn't quite get it done here, but a respectable debut. But Steve Lennon with a solid performance.
124.
Suits on a potential 4-visit leg here. Does he go to the 14s? No, he doesn't, and he hits the treble, which leaves double 8. Now, I think that's just a lack of awareness of where Carroll was.
I think he hasn't glanced over, has he? Yeah, he's not that sort of player. He's very a percentage player. Well, here it is. Well, it wasn't costly in the sense that he had a dart, didn't he? But said the check unlucky that he couldn't level up. And this has been a bright start for Alan Suter for 2-0. Yeah, brilliant. Really good start.
It was, autumn must be his season.
He did really well just to qualify for the Grand Slam. Then he was in a group with Aspinall, Sherrick, and he managed to get his way through. He lost. We beat Johnny Clayton in the next round, then lost out in the quarterfinals.
57.
It was a rematch with Nathan from the group.
Yeah, and only lost that 16-12, where he pretty much matched the average of the Asp, 95. It was a good performance. Another 15 will do.
49.
Good last start,
Alan, you
but
require 32.
4-0 incoming if he hits this double 16. Seems a little bit awkward, but he gets in there, and that's a big dart. 4-0 double break.
Last 16s at the World Championship really do wonders. Oh, is it a big Suits finish? To see off the game, it's a Suits special! Oh, it doesn't quite complete it.
Carroll, you require 146.
Well, he'd jump into the top 32 if he wins this match. It is remarkable how he finishes games. He did it against Daryl Gurney at the Worlds with a 160. There was a 145 in his group match with Nathan Aspinall last year. Did it to Josie de Souza on that remarkable run in his debut year. Sulevic as well. He's got bottle at end of matches, Alan Suter.
Webby's cursed him. No, he hasn't. The roar tells you everything you need to know. Double 8 is finally pinned, and Alan Suter, who is threatening the whitewash, produces as big a win on the Euro Tour as he's ever done, and brings an end to a 4-game losing streak. Suits is through to round 2. Attitude from Nico, though. He wants to play, wants to compete, wants to be involved in as much as possible. And he's just the wrong side of the wire there. Would have been a 3-1 lead, but he's still favourite to win this leg from this position.
Oh dear, well that's left 109.
72. Nico, you require 30.
Straight at the double 15. Yeah, straight in the double 15. It is a break of throw. Shift along the hockey to try and change the angle, but disappointed that he's not come away with a ton to leave tops, because 80 can be tricky. Does he get a go at it, though? Well, he does.
137. Dylan, you require 80.
Well, that's a good visit from Nico Kurtz, but it might all be in vain. Well, can still get out of this. Treble 19 for double 10. Misses the treble 19.
It's 4 consecutive darts he's thrown at treble 20 there, and he's not managed to hit with any of them.
40.
And it means that this leg might be slipping away, having broken back immediately, having gone 3-1 down. He now finds himself 4-2 down. And Nico Kurtz does allow himself a little celebration.
And that ain't going to cut the mustard right now.
Well, it's the worst possible outcome, pretty much. He's left himself a bogey number. Nico Kurtz knows he's got 2 visits from here. Even a ton gives himself a realistic chance, and a ton 40 a much better one. And he has got a ton 40. Excellent stuff from Nico Kurtz, who has just ground Dylan Slevin down. But to be honest, it's Slevin himself who's never really settled in this game. He's never looked comfortable. And Nico Kurtz has exploited that.
Nico, you require
And even there, he was going for treble 13, found the single 6, and that just about sums up his afternoon so far. 16 for tops here for Nico Kurtz for a passage into the second round, and what a way to finish things off. A stylish finale from a stylish player in the shape of Nico Kurtz, who is all smiles once again. That's a little reminder of what he knows he is capable of.
Limbo, well, not in limbo. He's in threat of losing his tour card, not making the Worlds. He did win the North American Championship, but unfortunately, because of holding a tour card, he didn't. You don't get that path into the World Championships now, so it may be a case of repeating his antics from last year, Rob, and having to go to the qualifiers again for the World Championship. He got in last year, convincingly in his final match. It looks like the same case it'll have to be for Jeff this year.
Yeah, that's the downside, I suppose, of picking up a tour card. It does close other doors in certain respects, but opens doors for others who don't have that regular opportunity. Pilgrim looking at the 130. Bullseye. Well, what a way to start things off. 130 on the checkout. And just a little statement of intent from Mr. P.
Wasn't it? You don't remember.
Well, this would be astonishing.
So it would have been a 4-15 dart leg, but he's still in control of the match. Well, completely in control of the match. And there's a lot to like about Daryl Pilgrim here. Jeff Smith has underperformed, but let's not take away from the performance of Daryl. And this is for a 4-0 lead.
60. Daryl required 32.
Well, for a double breaker throw, Daryl Pilgrim, very, very impressive indeed. Okay, that's a blip, isn't it? Really, 16 darter. Yeah, difficult to know what to attribute Smith's performance to today. I mean, for as well as Pilgrim's played, Smith, I think, has been way below par. But I think once Pilgrim took charge, Smith just unable to find a response. And there's another 180 for good measure as well. And the finishing line well and truly in sight.
Yeah, this...
Daryl, you require 94.
For Jeff Smith, say he's been below par, but Daryl Pilgrim has set his stall out from the word go. And what a way to finish this would be. 11 dart, 12 dart he'll take, but there's no pressure. But that is some performance from Daryl Pilgrim. He'll know he's putting a great average there. Jeff Smith, not a lot he could do about it. He didn't perform, but Daryl Pilgrim from the word go set his stall out. And that is some performance on the big stage. A 6-1 victory. Pull that, Dan. I've got your back, Glenn.
Double 12 for 3-0. Double 6.
17.
Well, he's got loads of time to play with here. Jules Van Dongen, the first leg was not great. It was a 21 darter, but then he was on a 13 darter, took that out. He nearly completed that in 14 or 15. This is the sort of Jules Van Dongen stuff that we've been seeing a lot from him. And Patrick Kovac hasn't had a dart at double so far in this game.
Now, he may split this. You get rid of it now, isn't it? Yeah, I like that tactic, because if you go 2-2-2, you're committed then, aren't you? You're not going to bust it. He'll be back, get himself 3-0 in front.
Yeah, and he knew he could really attack it there, didn't he? He's not worried about missing outside. He knows he can bust his score. So goes back to double 6 and gets it. So just sensible board management. You
To cap off a fine display. It's been clinical from Van Dongen, improved Van Dongen, and he looks to wrap it up here with double 10. He's not done it yet. Will he get another opportunity in this leg? Patrick on 69. It's only one dart to save his hopes in the German Darts Championship. This is big for Patrick. And it's a flyer, so more match darts incoming for Jules Van Dongen.
2 miss for the match already. Missed another couple. But the last one gets the job done, and Jules van Dongen rounds off the afternoon session with a 6-2 win and a mid-90s average. The Dutch Dragon roaring on the Euro Tour stage.